Hey there, and welcome back to the third part of this series that I'm calling the 3 first must-knows about learning guitar or something like that. This last one is about reading chord diagrams. If you're going to learn guitar, you're going to have to learn how to read chord diagrams because you, again, when you're learning songs, looking things up on the internet, you're going to come across them, and if you don't know what's going on, they might be a little confusing. So hopefully this video will clear all of it up for you and you'll be able to do it all by yourself right after this. So here we go. So as you can see, I've got a few different diagrams written up here and I've got chord names written on top. So right off the bat, you're looking at, when you see something like this, you are looking at a guitar fretboard. So when it's like this, strings going down and frets going across. So strings going down, frets going across. So strings 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fret 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now on this bottom one here, you're looking at it like this. Okay? So much like whenever you're reading tab, the 6th string is closer to the ground, it's on the bottom. Same thing on a chord diagram when you see it turn sideways like this. But most of the time, well, I don't know about most of the time, but a lot of the time they're going to be up and down this way. Okay, so string 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now what you're going to do is you're going to see little dots. The dots are going to either be placed on the string or above a string. So if, for example, we do make a C chord, well, you're going to see a dot here, a dot here, a dot here, a dot here, and here. Okay? So what this means is you're going to play, you're going to put a finger, or you're going to play the string wherever that dot is. In other words, this first string is going to be played open because the dot is not on the fretboard, it's above the fretboard. So it's going to be ringing, when you play that first string, it's going to be ringing from here. So we'll just play it open and it sounds just like that. Same thing on this 3rd string, it's also going to be ringing open. Okay? But on the 2nd string, we have a dot on the 1st fret. Okay, so this one's going to be open. You're going to have a finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and the 3rd string is going to be open. So what I like to do is have my students just go through one string at a time. So let's figure out the 1st string. Is there anything on the 1st string? And on this one, no. So that one's open. So we don't touch that with our left hand at all. Then we go to the 2nd string and we see a dot on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So I look on my 2nd string and I see a dot, so I place a finger there. Okay? So all of this is going to be played at the same time. Now, one other thing that you are going to see on your chord diagrams many of the time is a number either inside of here. So I don't know if you can see that from there, but I just put a little 1 inside of this dot, and I'm going to put 2 inside of that dot, and I'm going to put a 3 inside of that dot. Okay? So a lot of times inside the dots you're going to see a number, and what that represents is which finger you're going to use. So if I have a 1 on the dot that's on my 2nd string, 1st fret, I'm going to take my 1st finger, my 1 finger, I put it on the 2nd string at the 1st fret. Okay? So I know that I'm going to play that 1st string open, 2nd string on the 1st fret with my 1st finger, my 1 finger, and the 3rd string is going to be played open as well. Okay? That's for the first part of my C chord. And then On the 4th string, so we're working our way down. On the 4th string, we have a dot on the 2nd fret with a 2 in the middle. So now I place my number 2 finger, my middle finger, on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and I'm just working my way down. Okay. So now I have four of the strings figured out. So, oh, I got my little. There we go. My little sound buster in there. So I got the 4 strings. Okay, and then the last one I have is on my 5th string. 1, 2, 3, the 3rd fret, and I have a 3 in that dot. So that's going to stand for my 3rd finger is going on the 5th string, 3rd fret. Okay, and then my 4th string is going to be 2nd fret with my 2nd finger. And then the next string, 3rd string, is going to be open. And then the 2nd string, I have my 1st fret with my 1st finger. And then on the 1st string, is going to be open. Okay, and there's our C chord. Okay, so that's how we read that. And you'll also see an X on top of the strings that you're not going to play a lot of the time, most of the time probably. Okay, so let's move on down. For A, we have a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here. All of them on the 2nd fret. Okay, so everything we're going to have to have a finger on the 2nd fret of string 2, string 3, and string 4. Now what else I'm going to do? I'm going to have that one open and that one open, and we're not going to play that one at all. Okay, so string 5 is going to be played open, string 4 on the 2nd fret, string 3 on the 2nd fret, string 2 on the 2nd fret, and string 1 is going to be open. So if I were to put the numbers in the middle of these dots, I would put a 1 here, I can put a 2 here, and I can put a 3 here. So if I did that, we would put our 1st finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Then we can go to our 3rd string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret. So now my 2nd finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then we go down to the next string, second string. We have again the 2nd fret, and we can use our 3rd finger for that. So we can use a ring finger. Okay. Now the A can be played a few different ways. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to use those exact fingers if you've already learned A and learned it a different way. That's not really what we're talking about. All we want to know is what these diagrams mean. Another thing that you will sometimes see is you'll just see plain dots with nothing in the middle, just black dots or whatever, and you might see a number underneath. Okay, so you might see a number here, 3, 2, and 1. And so what that would be is if there's no dot, no number here, a lot of times which finger you're going to use is going to be indicated right there. Okay. Another thing that we'll see, let's say for the B minor, you might see something like this: a dot here, and you see a little bar line, a little curved little line. Okay. And then we'll put a dot here, here, and here. So when you have a curved line like this, that is a bar line. And what that means is you're going to take one finger and it's got to go across all these strings to hit both of those at the same time. So in this case, we would have a bar and we would have a 1 here and a 1 here. Okay, so our 1st finger is going to hold down the 1st string at the 2nd fret, and it's going to hold down the 5th string at the 2nd fret. So you take your 1st finger, 5th string, 2nd fret, and then we'll take it all the way across and we press it down to the 1st string on the 2nd fret. Okay? And then to finish off this B minor chord here, we would have a 3 in the middle of this number, on the middle of this dot. We'll put a 4 on this dot, Okay, so I'll put that down here, 4 and 3. And then I'm going to put a 2 here, okay? So 2 on that dot. So 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. These are the fingers that we're going to use. First finger goes all the way across. Middle finger, second finger is on your 2nd string, 3rd fret. Okay, our middle finger's right there. And then right here on the 3rd string, the 4th fret, we have our pinky, which is our 4th finger. Okay, so first finger is on the 2nd fret on the 5th and 1st string. Second finger is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. The pinky is on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and the ring finger is on the 4th fret of the 4th string. So we would have a bar chord like that. Now this is kind of a tough chord to play. It's not really one that I'm going to recommend to you right off the bat. Just trying to give you a little idea of what's going on when you're seeing that kind of stuff. So that's that. And then, of course, if we were to work on this one down here, our D chord, we might see, of course we'll put an X here. Our D chord will do X, X, and we will play the 4th string. Okay, remember we are looking at it kind of this way. The 4th string open, and then we would have a dot here, a dot here, and a dot here. And so right here we would have our 1 for the first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. 3rd string, 2nd fret, finger number 1. 2nd string, 3rd fret, finger number 3, so ring finger. And then on the 1st string, we would have our number 2 finger on the 2nd fret. Okay, so that's how that would look. A little triangle, and we'll put 1st finger, 3rd finger, 2nd finger. Okay, and then of course E minor, like this. And say we would use our 2nd finger on the 5th string, 3rd finger on the 4th string, and this one, this one, this one, this one, all open. Okay, so we have 2 fingers, 2 and 3, both on the 2nd fret, 5th and 4th string. Everything else is open. Okay, so we don't touch anything else. Alright, so hopefully that clears it up, and let me know if you need any more help on that, but I think that should do it. So get playing guitar, and I want to see you on the next, whatever it is I decide to do next. So see you soon.